Hey guys, welcome. I will be explaining how to rotate a line segment um, and using the origin as the center of rotation. In this video, I'm only going to explain how to rotate using the Cartesian plane. But if you would like to learn how to rotate using the formula, uh, please watch the video attached to the previous lesson. So in this video, I'm going to teach how to rotate given two angles. You can do the last one as a practice. What I'm going to do is I am going to plot A and B. I'm going to click on this link, which is a blank, template that you can use anytime that you want to do any type of graphing. So my first point, which is A, is going to be 4 comma 8. So 4 is x, y is 8. So I'm going to go here and click point 4 comma 8. Please notice our axis, y-axis and x-axis are going up by 2. So make sure that you understand and see the scale because that is important as we are counting the distance from the point to the origin. So the second point is 12, 14 and x and 2 and y. So I'm going to go x is 14, y is 2, boom. Lastly, I'm going to connect my points because it's a line segment, boom. So here's my pre-image. I'm going to rotate using the center, the origin as the center of rotation. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to use this pen and stay with me because I'm not good at this using the pen with a mouse. So from the origin, which is the line of rotation, I am going to count how far is each point from it in order to make that rotation. So here we go. So from 0, I have to go to A. So I'm going to count 1, 2 units to the right. So 2 units to the right, right? And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 units up. So my direction here is 2 to the right, 4 up. Okay, so I'm going to plot first A. I just want to remind you that when we are looking at degrees, I like to stay focused on the axis because from the x-axis to the y-axis is 90 degrees. From the y-axis to the other negative side of the x-axis is 90 degrees again. So from x to x, so from positive x to negative x, values are 180 degrees. So I like to just keep that in mind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to picture in my head that I'm turning this direction like a clock, right? Like a wheel. So I'm going to turn everything to the y-axis. So that means that my 2 right here, if I turn it like a wheel up here, it will be 2 up, right? Because I'm turning, like I'm rotating this like this, whoop, right? So I'm turning, this 2 will become up and this 4 becomes left because I am turning, okay? So my new point here, my image after, I rotate will be 2 up, 4 to the right. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna change that name to be A prime because I know that's the image of A. So here I go in A prime. I change. Okay. So now I am going, let me move this. I am going to move B to this side, right? So let's see how that goes. And remember, these two line segments should not look like they're mirror each other or they are the same direction because it's not reflection, it's rotation, okay? So Let me count first. I'm gonna count how far is B from the origin, and let me change this pen to be. I want it to be a different color, but I changed it out. So again, I'm gonna count. So let me count one, one, two, three, four, five, six, and seven. And I'm sorry if I confuse you. I know I'm counting by ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm landing at 14. But remember our scales by two, so actually I'm counting 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay. So I'm sorry, but I'm counting just because yeah, I apologize. So I'm gonna go 7 again, 7 to the right, and then I'm gonna go 1 up in this scale, okay? So because I am turning this x-axis towards the y-axis up here, right? Like I'm moving this all the way here. Now the 7 is no longer to the right, but it becomes 7 up. And my 1 is no longer up, it becomes to the left. So let's plot that. Okay, so 7 up, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I don't have more space. 7, which is 14. You notice it's 14, and we went up here. Should be 14 too. And I'm going to go 1 to the left. I'm going to change the name of the, it doesn't let me, I have to do it twice. Change the name of the point, and I'm going to change it to be B prime. After that, I am going to connect with the line segment my 2 points, A and B. And I'm going to change the color just because I want to make sure that they match. And this is my rotation, 90-degree rotation. I am going to go ahead and I am going to delete this. Well, I can leave it there. It's just a lot of work to delete. But the blue line and the red line is my pre-image, and the red line is my image. So let me see if I can just delete it. It will take me a little while, but I'll do it so you can, okay. You can see what is happening. I just want to make sure that you see the rotation clearly, okay? Okay, I'm done. Okay. Oh, I'm missing this mouse. And I'm going to bring it a little zoom out so you can see what just happened. And I can keep it there because there is a pattern when you're doing rotations. You will see how is it changing from angle to angle. So if I zoom out, right, this is my first rotation, you see? Pre-image and image. So let's do it one more time. If I ask you to do a rotation in 180 degrees, I'm asking you to rotate on, like, guide yourself within this axis, right? This side of the axis, the negative side, okay? So let's do 180 degrees, which usually many people would just first do 90 and then do another 90 because 90 and 90 is 180. So let's do the next one, and I'm gonna count, I'm gonna use the first 90 degrees to guide my counting, okay? Let's see. So let's use my pen again. And I'm going to count using now my y-axis because my y-axis is the model of the 90 degrees. If I use this one to count, I'm leading my thinking towards 180. So to me, from the origin to A, I am 2 up, right? 2 up and 4 to the left. And if I'm turning, right, I'm turning towards this, my direction changes. Now I have to go 4 down because it turns. Imagine this is a wheel. This will go 4 down and 2 to the right. So let's do that. Let me move this. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have moved this. Let's move the plane because I cannot see the point. So let's start from the origin again, and I'm going to do 4 down and 2 to the right. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 down and 2 to the right. Okay, and I'm going to change the name of that point because it doesn't match with what I do. What I'm doing. So this is my second rotation, so I'm going to call it A double prime. Oops, I'm not writing. A double prime. Okay, so that's my first A. Now I have to do B. Ready? So B is right here, up here. So I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 to the right. So let me write here 7 up, 1 to the left. That means I am turning this again down here. So I'm gonna go 1 down and 7 to the left. Okay, because I'm turning the wheel. So let's do that. 1 down, 7 to the left. So here we go. I choose a point and I go 1 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I want to pay attention to what is happening to each of the points or order pairs. So I'm going to change the name to be B double prime because it's a second rotation that I'm doing with the same point. So that's my B. I'm going to change these points to be a different color just because they're just different. I'm going to change it to green. And I'm going to have a line segment. Change that to green. Cool. Yes. So right now I just rotated this AB line segment, right? 180 degrees from, from the pre-image right here. Let me delete this so you can see what just happened. Okay, okay. And then here. Oh, this is red. It should be green. Cool. All right. So far we just rotated AB first 90 degrees. So when I count how far is each point from the origin, I translate all the way to the y-axis for 90 degrees. And when I'm doing 180 degrees, I'm looking at the negative side of the x-axis when looking at how far each point it is from the origin. Try this out. Do the 270. You can use the 180 line segment rotation and rotate it 90 degrees again. That makes 270. And yeah, I think that the most important thing here is that I want you to look at how are these points connected. What is the connection? How can we later on create the rule? If you didn't watch the other video, it's okay. You can definitely create the rule if you write down each of the points. And how do you know the points? You click on it and it will tell you 4, 8, 14, 2, 8, negative 8, 4, negative 2, 14, negative 4, negative 8, negative 14, negative 2. So there is a connection. There is a pattern somehow on what happens every time you rotate 90 degrees. Okay, so after this, complete the whatever is next, and I'll see you next time.